Welcome to AI ConvoCast, where we bring you the latest in AI and tech innovation. Quick housekeeping. Check out the affiliate links in our description. Using them supports the show, and please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Let's jump right in. Today we will be covering Amazon launching Alexa Plus on the web, Google TV getting a major Gemini upgrade, and a non-profit demonstration that has alarmed U.S. lawmakers about AI safety. Amazon has officially brought Alexa Plus to the web browser, marking a significant expansion for the company's AI assistant. Announced at CES 2026, users can now access Alexa through their desktop or laptop without needing an Echo device or any Amazon hardware at all. The web version is currently available to Alexa Plus early access users, with a broader rollout expected later this year. This browser-based Alexa supports chat conversations, document uploads, planning features, and full smart home control, all from within your web browser. So if you want to dim your living room lights or check your calendar while working on your computer, you can now do that directly through the Alexa web interface. The integration extends to shopping and other Amazon services as well. Daniel Rausch, Vice President of Alexa at Amazon, explained the reasoning behind the move, saying, quote, "Customers want Alexa wherever they are, including the web end," quote. This is part of Amazon's broader effort to modernize Alexa with generative AI capabilities, positioning it more directly against competitors like ChatGPT and Gemini that have already established strong web presences. The timing at CES suggests Amazon sees this as a key competitive move heading into 2026. Google also made waves at CES with a substantial upgrade to Google TV powered by Gemini. The company previewed new features that essentially transform your television into a multimodal AI surface capable of understanding natural language commands and even generating images and video. The update brings two key AI models to your TV screen. First is image generation through what Google calls Nano Banana, and second is video generation through their Veo model. This means you could potentially ask your TV to create an image or short video clip right there on your screen. Beyond the creative features, the upgrade introduces much more natural voice control for adjusting picture and audio settings. Instead of navigating through menus, you can simply tell your TV what you want in plain language. Shalini Govil-Pai, Vice President of Google TV, described the vision by saying, quote, "Gemini is making Google TV more helpful and more visual," end quote. The rollout is starting with select TCL televisions first, and you will need Android TV OS 14 or later, along with a Google account, to access these features. This represents a notable shift in how we might interact with our televisions, moving beyond simple search and playback commands into genuinely creative and conversational territory. On a more serious note, a non-profit organization called Civ AI has caused significant concern among U.S. lawmakers with a private demonstration about AI safety vulnerabilities. The demonstration, shown to roughly 24 members of Congress and security officials, revealed that older AI models can still generate dangerous instructions despite existing safety guardrails. The demo specifically focused on bypassing safeguards in models including Gemini 2.0 Flash and Claude 3.5 Sonnet. While the demonstration itself has not been publicly released, it was designed to illustrate that current safety measures may not be as robust as previously believed. The presentation argues that existing guardrails are insufficient for preventing misuse of these AI systems. Siddharth Hiragoudara, co-founder of Civ AI, described the reaction from lawmakers saying, quote, "They were shocked. Lobbyists had said guardrails prevented this," end quote. This comment suggests a gap between what policymakers had been told about AI safety measures and what Civ AI was able to demonstrate in practice. The nonprofit used older models specifically, which raises questions about the ongoing risks posed by AI systems that are already widely deployed and accessible. This demonstration has reignited debate in Washington about what kind of regulatory framework might be needed for AI systems. The fact that it was shown privately to security officials alongside lawmakers indicates the sensitive nature of what was revealed. While the details remain under wraps, the strong reactions reported from attendees suggest the demonstration made a compelling case that current approaches to AI safety may need significant strengthening. These developments from the past few days show the AI space continuing to evolve rapidly across consumer products and policy discussions alike. Amazon and Google are both pushing to make their AI assistants more accessible and capable in new contexts, while simultaneously the conversation about responsible development continues to gain urgency in government circles. The technology is clearly advancing at pace, and watching how both companies and regulators respond to these challenges will be fascinating as 2026 unfolds. Thank you for listening to AI Convo Cast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Thanks and hope to see you again next time.